Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is an intraday for Bitcoin to see what happened, what it might happen next in this bullish scenario where we are looking at a potential 1, 2, 3. You have your wave 4. Your wave 5 is still unfolding toward the upside. As we said, of course, inside our blue box here, we have hit almost, not yet, but almost at the 1.618. So basically, I'm looking here at 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3 to finish, and probably even one more leg toward the upside, a 4 and a 5, even to finish much more higher. Very bullish for Bitcoin, unless, guys, we are in a different scenario that we talk about it already in the analysis, the daily, not the daily, the deep analysis, of course, on Saturday. So if you are interested, you can go to that deep analysis again, because it's very interesting. It has all the scenarios, bullish and bearish, that we might face. So basically, if we are bearish, guys, and we're looking for something to drop toward the downside from there, it is possible, which is, of course, this scenario as bearish, where you have potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. After having a top here for a wave B in WXYX and a Z complex structure, and then you're moving toward the upside as A, B, and a C for higher. As you can see also that we are already inside the blue box, the golden box for a wave 2, in case we are in a 1, 2 here. The wave 2 is in between the 0.618 and 0.786, which is, of course, the perfect fib levels for a wave 2, and this is an A, B, and a C. Now, this wave C has to be finished already as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So we still have, of course, some space for higher, definitely here. And we might still see higher prices, of course. Now, breaking, of course, this 0.786 would be the first signal that this might not be, of course, a wave 2 if we break it. But, of course, it still can be a wave 2 and breaking it. 886 is even making the things much more secured towards bullish. Yeah, of course, still can be bearish, but the possibilities reduce so much for the bearish. And in case if you are looking for something else like corrective, meaning even if you take the 886, meaning you will take this high one more time again. Even in corrective wave, yeah, it can be something like this ABC, and then moving up and taking the high again. So taking the 886, I would say it reduces a little bit the possibilities to be bearish. And what I mean with it bearish, like a big bearish scenario, right, that we are all afraid of. So yeah, so basically I would say that the wave 3 is not finished yet. A 4-5 is still to unfold. If we move inside it, you can see that, okay, this might be your finished wave 3 here already. Did we took the high? Yes, we just took the high, so that is perfect. So I would say, yeah, this can be done. Now you have several 1, 2s also maybe finished already here. So you have 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and this is 4, 5 for this 1, 2 here, meaning you have finished the wave 3. You have big wave 1, 2. Currently, you would like to see a wave 4 and a 5, meaning this is exactly your wave 3 here. Your wave 4 is expected to be over there. And then, of course, one more wave 5. So we have to be careful internally and on the micro level. We see that this wave C might ends up inside the blue box exactly. So be careful, guys. All right. So yeah, so we're gonna estimate, of course, step by step. I'm gonna try to keep you updated, a quick updates, of course, during this bull run, in case we are in a bull run, of course. And we're moving toward the upside for a wave C. So basically, if we go on the 2 hours chart just to see what are we looking at as bullish, basically I'm looking at this scenario, guys, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 might reach the next possible targets around, of course, those fib levels for this blue box, which are between the 129, 144 here. Very in confluence with other scenarios, which is bearish as well. Can be, of course, still playing there, which is a WX and a Y here for a wave B, where you have an A, B, and a C. And if we overlap both scenarios, you will see that this area is in confluence almost. Yeah, the 126, 27, and 129. Yeah, so it can be in confluence. So basically, even if you are bearish, guys, you would like to visit this area. I would say, in case we are in A, B, and a C, expanding flat. Yeah, so the wave B expanding flat, perfect fib levels are 1.38 at 127 almost K. So very interesting. The next scenario that you might have, also the closest, I would say, is this one. So be careful from 1-2. After finished wave B lower, so rather than finishing it as a big expanding flat wave B, the expanding flat here is lower, hitting only the 1.05, which is also the uncommon target for a wave B and an expanding flat, and starting, of course, a 1-2 here, 3, 4, 5 toward the downside. Right, so this is also a bearish scenario to keep it in mind and to be careful from it. Now, another scenario, if you remember, I just explained, what if we take the 886? If you take the 886, that might unfold something like ABC, and then moving toward the upside for a bigger correction, of course, and it might be your wave B as an expanding flat, A, B, and a C, hitting still, of course, as the same targets, which are the 1.26, 119, between the 1.38 and 1.23 fib levels. So those are the scenarios, guys, that it might, of course, unfold. Still potential to be a big ABC, and then moving down later on for a wave C expanding flat. And with this scenario, by the way, that would be a perfect scenario for the bearish in a bigger overview. Yeah, so the bearish, what I mean with it is this wave C here that you are looking for as a wave 2, because you would like to hit anyway the 0.32 fib time here. Yeah, and this scenario, if I put it again in confluence, you will see that this wave B, if it takes that much time as a zigzag, that would be much more helpful, of course, for the bearish scenario based on the timing. So very close possibility, guys, for this scenario as well. But currently, we don't have to worry about it yet until, of course, we see invalidation for the first bearish scenario. So the idea right now is that we would like to see Bitcoin moving towards the upside continuously, breaking every single bearish scenario that we might face on the crossroad, as a crossroad. So now, for example, we are at a crossroad for a wave 2, but this wave 2 is not finished yet even. So once it is finished here, therefore we have to estimate it. Yeah, if we get like impulse toward the downside, meaning, of course, we're dumping. Yeah, so we have to be careful. And if this happens, of course, we have to check if we are in another here, wave B, for example, yeah, and in a wave C, okay, again, so we have to see if we are bullish again from there after having ABC, because this might unfold a wave B toward the upside again, as explained. So those two scenarios are coming, of course, step by step, but the first one is a wave 2, then next wave 2 or a wave B. Next, we're gonna see if we are a wave C, moving toward the upside. And if we break the wave 2 here, if we break it and we take the high, so next level to be tested is, of course, the all-time high, taking the all-time high and moving towards those fib levels, which are very bullish, right? 119, 128, 27, which are, of course, all-time high, new all-time highs. And finally, of course, we are bullish. We got the target, I would say, around the 0.618, or even if it is much more bullish, to be re-estimated, but I would say 130K is awesome. Yeah, target for a wave 5, and then moving, of course, for the bearish market from there. A new bearish market, by the way, not a wave B. We're gonna start A, B, and a C again. Yep, so these are the updates basically in overview, and of course on the lower time frame for Bitcoin. Trade safe, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.